I don't want to gild the lily too much here, but I would like to add a few words. Being with these kids for the first time, I don't know very many of them. At the beginning of this sermon, I referred to them as our kids from St. Paul's. And I'm not going to lie, we don't see them a whole lot on Sundays because all the reasons. You guys are busy. That's something I learned about you. You guys tend very carefully to your minds. You tend very carefully to your bodies through your sports. You tend to your families. You have a lot to do. But there's another kind of tending that you got to do this week, and that was tending to your spirits. I hate to tell you this, but that's kind of the secret motive of SSP. We love that you go and we help others, but most importantly, we hope that you grow and that you tend to your spirit. One of our readings today in the Corinthians refers to the foundation that we all have. Each and every one of us has some kind of foundation in our lives. What we're talking about is a spiritual foundation. My spiritual foundation is this place. This is the place for me where everything begins. Our theme this week was wonderfully made, wildly connected. And even though we may not see you guys all the time here at St. Paul's, we are wildly connected to you because we love you and we care about your growth and your development. And that will always be true. The readings today are a little funny. They're actually the readings for Labor Day. I think there's been a fair amount of labor going around St. Paul's lately. We've been working hard for weeks to restore this sanctuary, to make this place beautiful, to make it shine as brightly as the hearts that we bring into this place on Sundays. And I want you to know that we are going to be celebrating that a little bit more fully and more properly next week after we celebrate the Peddler's Fair. After we work the Peddler's Fair. Sign up for your traffic shifts in the parish hall. But that's the thing about labor. Labor means nothing unless it comes from a strong foundation. And in the work that these kids were doing, in the work that the members of this congregation have been doing for months, restoring that place, started from a foundation of love. It started from a foundation of community. And it's a wonderful day for us to be together, to look at one another and say, job well done. But I have some bad news for you. This is not a job well done. Not for any of us. This is a beginning. It's a beginning of a time where you, kids, are now kids who have been through a deep spiritual experience. And the question is, what are you going to do with that? Because the world needs young people who have tended to their spirits, young people with strong foundations in themselves and in one another and in whatever you choose to call God. That's important. And we know at St. Paul's how important that is. That is why we come together and we give our time and our labor, because we tend to our spirits. So that's what we do here. And that is what we have done here for many, many years. And we invite everyone not to pat yourselves on the back for a job well done, but we invite you to this new beginning of spiritual growth, this new beginning of a new mission in God, to care for and love each and every human person on this planet. I trust that we can do it. And I thank all of you for the steps you take, for the foundations you have laid, so that we can grow together in love. Amen.
Amen.